One of the most haunted places here in Topeka is the Moose Lodge in North Topeka.
Let's see. The Moose Lodge became the Moose Lodge right around 1949. And around, I believe, it was in the 70s, there was actually a law enforcement officer that had gone to investigate a report over there, and he was shot on the roof.
This is a story I've heard, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And there's actually multiple spirits at the lodge, but one of those is actually reported to be that law enforcement officer. And I've been sitting in there during investigations, sitting down at the monitor, watching all of our cameras, and I've heard somebody run across the roof. Like, clear as day. There was no doubt in my mind it was coming from the roof. And I believe Brenda's heard the same thing.
I experienced that. I was with another one of our investigators, Nancy, and we were in the bingo room and actually heard the footsteps on the roof. And I believe I may have even called over the radio at that point, because some of our guys, they're guys, they like to crawl up in attics, they like to crawl on roofs, they like to get in the basements, you know. So I'm thinking some of our crazy investigators had crawled up on the roof. Mm-hmm. You know, with the story being that the officer was killed on the roof and called on the radio. Everybody was where they were supposed to be.
Wow.
And it just sounded like footsteps. I mean, it wasn't even footsteps, it was running. It sounded like running across the roof.
Any pictures from that area? Any orbs?
We didn't get any pictures. There's actually reports of a blue orb on the north side of the building. And I've been with groups of individuals that have gotten it on a camera. I have never personally gotten it. But there's multiple spirits at the Moose. Brenda, I think you got bruises after we went to the Moose last time. And I know Marshall, another one of our investigators, had scratches.
Yeah,
What?
I had a bruise on my arm, and it looked like somebody had grabbed me. Marshall had scratches. There used to be, now they've done some remodeling. They took out the area like where they used it for the child care area. And in that room, there was a coat rack. And for years, they don't know whose it is. I don't know how many years it had been there, but it was this long denim women's coat.
Uh-huh.
And you can't even get those anymore. And when we were there the last time, multiple groups, because we break down into several groups, mm-hmm. Multiple groups went in there, and the same thing happened. The coat would start turning. Mm-hmm. Mind you, there's no air vents in this room. The door was closed. Mm-hmm. There was no air circulation whatsoever. And the coat was hanging on a coat hanger that you can turn the top.
Uh-huh.
You know, you can move it. And it was turning. And you could ask it, face me. And it would turn and face you. You could say, face, you know, this person over here. And that person would say their name. And it would turn and face that person.
We played the game for about 10 minutes of telling it to turn and face different investigators. And it would seriously, on cue, we would say, can you please face Brandon? And it would just start to turn, and it would turn all the way around and face him. And then we'd say, thank you. You can turn back around, and around it would go.
Oh, man, I'm leaving.
And then you could we even went so far as to say, can you turn it in a circle? And it would 360 degrees and right back where it started.
Oh.
It was awesome.
And we got it on, several of us, my son got it on video, and a couple of other investigators, actually, we have it on video of this incident happening. Charlie is the most famous ghost there.
Charlie?
Yes.
And Charlie
he's in the kitchen. And they say that he used to be a cook there, and he's pretty active. We've gone in there into the kitchen, taken K2 meters in. You have nothing going on except, you know, unless you're close to the refrigerator or whatever. So you take your meters to an area where it's not high EMF, and you'll ask Charlie, can you come over here by us? And every meter will just peg out.
Have you seen Charlie?
At the same time. Just as a shadow.
Okay.
Many people have seen the shadow in the bar kitchen area.
And multiple people, though, have seen Charlie full on. Richard, that used to work in the kitchen, one of the men at the Moose, said he was in the kitchen, he turned around one night, and Charlie was standing right in front of him, about 6 inches from his face.
Man, can you believe that story, Mike? Oh, gee whiz. Now, if you would like to go on and check out the website here, they have some pictures, and they have some video, and they have some sounds of what they recorded. Just go to the Kansas Paranormal Research Society. Now, tomorrow morning, another very popular, I guess you would say frequently haunted area is the Jayhawk Tower. That's tomorrow morning right here.
Hi, I'm Amberly. Join me every workday as I play 10 songs.